tomatoes growing? Let's find out from the king himself. Frank Ferragini joins us in studio to talk about those tomatoes.
Yeah.
You would hope that you're going to see a beautiful, bountiful harvest. People are complaining, though, they're not going so well so far. Might there be a few things?
Sometimes, yeah. So what happens is when we come into the summer, and we're into summer and planting season's done, we're wanting and waiting for those tomatoes to come. And there's a few key things that people should be doing to make sure that they have great tomatoes. And this is ultimately the goal that you want there, is you want that perfect looking tomato.
Juicy.
You know, no scars on the bottom, no cracks on them. Like that there is something that you just want to slice and cut open and enjoy.
Yeah.
So first off, if you do have any scars in the base of your tomato, what that's caused by is what's called blossom end rot. Blossom end rot sometimes can be your lack of watering, your inefficient watering, but a lot of the times is due to a calcium deficiency in the soil. So you have a couple choices. You can either get crushed eggshells up and put them in the soil when you're planting, but we've already planted, so you can't do that now. So what you can do is you can get a fertilizer, this is a shake and feed, that has calcium in it. And by having the calcium, that calcium will improve the growth of the tomato.
Yeah.
It'll actually reduce the amount of blossom end rot that's in the tomato. So if you're starting to see your tomatoes look a little bit weak when they're shaping, then that's what you want to do. Let's say that your tomatoes are not even, let's say that they're not even forming. Let's say that you're getting bloom, but you're not seeing any tomatoes set. Well, if you don't have any bees in your area, let's say that you're up in a condo, those bees are the pollinators that go through and pollinate. So the thing you can do is just shake your plant. By shaking your plant, we'll put pollen in the air. That'll actually help pollinate the flowers themselves and get them to go, or you can take a Q-tip, but that's kind of a lot of work. You go, hi, 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 with your Q-tip.
What are you doing with the Q-tip?
You're just touching each flower with a Q-tip, and you're moving across. You're acting like a bee. You can even go, bzzz, bzzz, bzzz.
Do you imagine if your neighbors catch you doing this? Be like, wow, she's really into her garden.
Gardeners are crazy people, by the way. Yeah, we are totally crazy.
Wow.
But what you want to see is as soon as you start to see, like this is where the pollen has happened and you're starting to see the fruit set. That's what we're happy about. Sometimes you want to remove some of the flowers as well so that you can have larger production of the tomato to get the tomato grow.
That frightens me when you do that.
Oh, no, don't be frightened.
So you're supposed to do that and it'll grow back larger.
Well, you're going to select, so you're pruning off some of the flowers out there. So there's not too much flowers. If you get all this bloom, that plant will be able to support it. And by doing that. So the next really key thing too is you got a tomato plant that's growing. You want to make sure that it's in a cage to support it. Now you see right here in these stems, right here. So right here in the stems right here. You can see this guy right here.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy there, he's the guy that's taking all the energy away from your plant.
What an energy sucker he is.
That is like that friend.
What's wrong with him?
You know what we talk about, you know, there's people out there that suck energy from you and there's energy given. This is this sucker right here sucking away. So what we do is we say, bad friend, you energy sucker, boom!
We're cutting you off.
And then we go through and we remove all the suckers. Also, when you're watering, you want to make sure that you're watering just the base, the soil. You want to also pick off some of these bottom leaves as the plant's growing. By doing that, you're going to reduce the amount of disease that's happening. You're going to have a healthier plant, happy. And virtually over time, as long as you got sunlight, you got heat, you're going to start to see a lot of sun. 6 hours of sunlight, really important. Now, a lot of the times people think this is great. You know, look at this plant. It's in there. It's already got a tomato cage on it. This is really too small. So the container size itself. So if you're lacking and your plants are not doing so well, really the ideal container size for a tomato, one tomato plant.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Is that.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, most people are probably not doing that.
They're not doing that. Yeah, because these guys are going to get big. One tomato will produce enough for for a family of 4. That many tomatoes. You want that much so you have the soil mass that's there that can support the root system that we can fertilize. They are heavy feeders. They are ones that use a lot of water. And also remember that by planting basil, and basil is a beautiful plant, by planting it around your tomato, it's said to enhance the flavor of tomatoes.
Oh, nice.
So just a quick little tip as a companion plant that's out there.
Yeah, that's lovely.
The world record tomato, if you're seeking to be a world record holder, 7 pounds, 12 ounces. How much did your child weigh?
7 pounds, 5 ounces.
So yeah, the world record tomato.
You want like a baby's weight in tomato.
7 pounds, 12 ounces, and that of course was a beefsteak, and that's the larger size tomatoes. But tomatoes you're going to start to enjoy midsummer all the way through. Just watch out if you're starting to see one plant start to wilt and sit back, that's fusarium wilt. If you have a row of 4 and one of them is setting back and wilting, tear that plant out and remove it, discard it, so you're not going to spread that disease to the others.
Got it.
So there's some of my top tomato tips.
I like that.
For the good sauce.
Sure, tons of sunlight, tons of water, give it a big enough container, get rid of the energy suckers.
You got it.
Fertilize it so you can give it some calcium.
And when in doubt, be a bee.
And be a bee. With that said, let's go to break. More coming up.